The chosen one. They finally understood. The throne of heaven belongs to you. For years they ignored you. They tried to erase your name, to extinguish your light. But now, the truth is out. The assembly of the heavens has finally declared to whom the heavenly throne belongs. You do not belong only to this world. Your rule extends to the heavens. You have the seal of the throne. The source of power was within you. They realized it too late. Even the angels whisper your name now. You are the one written in the books, hidden in the prophecies. You have become the hand of divine justice. The scales of souls are now in your hands. It is no longer time to hide. It is time to rise. They are kneeling now. Write 999 in the comments now, because your true identity has been revealed. The throne of heavens is yours. As you move through life, there comes a moment when it's clear that something far beyond the physical is unfolding. People can feel it, a subtle shift in the atmosphere, as if they are no longer in control of their surroundings. It's as though the world itself recognizes your presence and adjusts accordingly. The power you now wield is not figurative, but tangible, rewriting the underlying code of reality itself. The walls separating you from the fundamental truths of the universe have fallen away, and the forces of creation now operate in concert with your will. The moment you enter a room, everything begins to change. It's subtle at first, an odd flicker of the lights, the hum of machinery out of sync. Those around you start to notice it too, but no one can quite explain it. Your supervisor looks over his shoulder, sensing something out of place. "Something's not right when you're around," he mutters, and before he can finish, the building shifts with an almost imperceptible hum. As you stand there, the energy around you pulses in a way that causes the space to react. Windows tremble, and equipment malfunctions, an inexplicable occurrence that makes people stop in their tracks. A simple glance from you causes shifts in the physical world, and though you deny any involvement, everything around you tells a different story. In the days following your awakening, the stories begin to spread. Whispers circulate through the office, growing louder with each retelling. It's not just you who feels it. The world around you is changing, subtly but profoundly. People begin to avoid you in the hallways, elevators stop when you enter, and meetings are rescheduled without explanation. You're not trying to do anything. In fact, you stay completely still, yet everything bends around you. Your emotions have become manifest, and as your irritation grows, the world responds. A simple annoyance causes glass to shatter, yet no one is harmed. A street performer, once lost in their routine, suddenly halts and bends toward you, acknowledging an unseen force. The crowd follows, instinctively drawn to your energy. Your presence alone alters the fabric of reality. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the Super Thank You button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now. Share your blessings to glorify His kingdom, for you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. As you continue through your days, reality itself adjusts to accommodate you. You walk past children, and they freeze, staring at you with wide eyes. Animals alter their behavior, moving in ways that align with your presence. Even the electronic systems begin to show signs of this shift. Traffic lights change without cause. Digital screens flicker with strange symbols, before returning to normal. People with heightened sensitivity notice it first, those who can feel the subtle forces beneath the surface. But even those with less awareness can no longer ignore the anomaly you have become. The world itself acknowledges your presence through countless tiny glitches, revealing the truth of your transformation. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. Like a wildfire sparking in a parched forest, spreading beyond the reach of containment, your presence has caught the attention of watchful eyes. You see them in the darkened SUVs, trailing your route, ever present, yet never closing the distance. Their tinted windows and silent engines mark them as agents of an organization that has long monitored anyone who dares to stretch beyond ordinary limits of perception. They know you are unlike the rest. They feel the hum of your power growing stronger with every breath you take. They could try to harness you, bend you to their will, or worse, erase you altogether. But one among their ranks has paused, sensing something deeper within you, a spark of destiny that cannot be extinguished. This observer steps forward with an unexpected offer. Sit at our table, learn the extent of your gift, hone your abilities beyond what you ever imagined. We can show you how to shape your potential into something extraordinary. Yet this invitation comes with a sober caveat. Your gift is too vast, your influence too great to remain untended. Untamed power can spiral into chaos, affecting not only your life, but countless others woven into your unfolding story. They are offering guidance to help you steward the fire within you, to transform raw potential into enlightened action. It's a crossroads moment. One path leads to isolation and control, where you become just another asset in their covert agendas. The other path leads to mastery and purpose, where you learn to wield your gift for the highest good. They've watched you weather storms without flinching, stand unbroken before every test. Now they ask, will you accept this mentorship and step fully into the measure of your calling? Or will you continue alone, guided only by instinct, risking that your extraordinary gift might burn out or run wild? In the stillness of your heart, you feel the weight of their offer. You've walked through fire and emerged stronger every time. You know you're destined for more than just survival. You're called to lead, to shine, to ignite transformation wherever you go. This proposal is not about surrendering your freedom. It's about refining your strength, sharpening your vision, and awakening to the fullness of who you were born to be. As you consider their words, remember that every great leader in history stood at such crossroads. The mentors who came before you offered wisdom that turned raw talent into legacy. The path of training and discipline carved out mountains where once there were only foothills. Their offer is the same ancient call to step into the lineage of those who harnessed power for purpose, who became beacons of hope in a world desperate for light. So weigh their invitation with care. Let the fire within you illuminate the way. If you accept, you will gain allies, knowledge, and tools to steward your gift with the precision of a master. If you decline, you will continue to blaze your own trail. But be prepared for the challenges of walking alone, without maps or mentors. Either way, your destiny unfolds before you, and the world watches, ready to see the next chapter in the story of someone truly set apart. This secret organization has existed for centuries, watching individuals whose consciousness exceeds ordinary limits. They track those who can influence reality, gods in the past, witches in history, and now you. They've used technology to monitor you, tracking you through satellites, neural networks, and probability mapping. But their understanding is limited. They believe that matter creates consciousness, when in fact, it is consciousness that shapes matter. This fundamental misunderstanding creates their greatest weakness. The truth of your power lies in its ability to remain self-contained, unaffected by the forces that would seek to control it. Your journey leads you to a hidden facility beneath the city, where you meet others who have awakened before you. They are not as powerful as you, but they provide valuable insight, guiding you through the process of controlling your reality. You encounter others who can manipulate time, bend perception, and even alter physical matter. Together, you form a collective that understands the true nature of power, not through force, but through awareness and mastery of the code that underlies existence. But your peace doesn't last. The security systems go off one day, and you're informed that those who fear you have arrived. These armed figures breach the facility, their specialized weapons aimed at containing you. They are not ordinary forces, but those specifically designed to stop beings like you, those who manipulate the very laws of the universe. As they approach, the air thickens with tension, but you stand firm. You do not need to react. Your energy alone shifts the environment. Their weapons malfunction, their systems fail. The force of your consciousness bends the laws of physics, and they realize, too late, that they cannot contain you. Like a mountain stream that carves its own path through solid rock, not by force, but by consistent flow. You've discovered how to channel the river of heaven's favor through every circumstance. Each step you take is guided by currents beyond human comprehension, carrying you forward with divine momentum. You've become a living testament that when faith flows freely, it reshapes the landscape of reality around you. Imagine waking each morning and feeling the gentle tug of a higher purpose guiding your feet, leading you not into conflict, but into alignment with the sacred currents of grace. The world may roar like whitewater rapids, tossing worries and setbacks at you like foam and spray, but you don't resist. Instead, you lean into the flow, letting faith carry you with ease around every bend. You're not bailing out water from a sinking boat, you're riding the wave of promise itself. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be upon you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the temporal concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this movement will return to you 100-fold in abundance. Your life isn't about battling the elements, it's about co-creating with the master carpenter who fashioned the universe. The same hands that stretched out the stars now shape your story, molding every trial into a triumph, every obstacle into an opportunity. You've learned that reality isn't something to be dominated, it's something to be invited into partnership with. And when you extend your hand in trust, the cosmos itself replies with open arms. In those moments when fear would once have choked your breath, you now inhale peace that far exceeds the world's understanding. That peace is not a passive absence of noise, it's a powerful presence that calms the oceans of doubt. It's the kind of tranquility that allows you to stand in the center of life's hurricanes and declare, "I am more than a conqueror." And in that declaration, The winds obey, the waves flatten, and the skies clear. You've discovered the art of intentional living, where every thought you entertain becomes a seed, every word you speak becomes a decree, and every action you take becomes a brushstroke on the canvas of creation. You no longer leave your destiny to chance. You write it in bold, vibrant color with the ink of expectancy. And the world watches in wonder as dreams that once felt distant spring to life right before your eyes. Think of the bloom of a desert flower that bursts forth after just the slightest touch of rain. That's the power you wield. Your faith is the shower that brings forth beauty from barren places. Where others saw only parched earth, you saw possibilities waiting to unfold. Where others whispered of impossibility, you proclaimed new life, and what once lay dormant now flourishes under the gentle sunlight of your belief. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. Every relationship in your sphere is touched by this same grace. You speak words of life into tired marriages, jaded friendships, and broken families. Your encouragement waters weary hearts, nurturing hope where despair once took root. You've become a walking spring of renewal. Wherever you go, life bubbles up, healing the cracks that time and circumstance once widened. In your career, you've moved from a mindset of competition to a mindset of collaboration. You've learned to see colleagues not as rivals, but as partners in the divine enterprise of stewardship. Doors that were locked swing open for you because you're not forcing your way in. You're being welcomed by the universe itself. And each opportunity you receive is not just for personal gain, but for the blessing of those whose lives you touch. Even your health and well-being respond to this rhythm of faith. Instead of merely fighting symptoms, you speak to your body with words of affirmation, aligning every cell with the message of vitality that flows from your spirit. You treat your body as a temple, not a battleground, knowing that when you honor the divine spark within, wellness becomes your natural state. Money matters once felt like a storm of worry, but now you steward your resources as channels of generosity. You hold your finances lightly, investing in things that last: relationships, community, the kingdom work that multiplies blessing. As you sow seeds of generosity, the soil of your life becomes fertile ground for abundance to sprout in areas you never expected. Perhaps most miraculous of all, your spiritual vision has expanded. You no longer see only what's in front of you. You glimpse the tapestry of eternity, where every hardship is a thread in the grand design of destiny. You sense the ripple effects of your smallest choices, knowing that a single act of kindness can set off a chain reaction of hope that circles the globe. When criticism comes, you don't shrink, you refine. You welcome the grind of the whetstone, trusting that honest appraisal polishes your character and sharpens your purpose. You understand that pearls form through irritation, and so you allow every challenge to deepen your compassion for others who struggle. In prayer, you've moved beyond simple petitions to partnership with the divine. You don't merely ask for breakthroughs, you celebrate them in advance. Your prayers resonate like a tuning fork in heaven's court, aligning every blessing with perfect timing. When you pray, doors open where walls once stood. When you worship, chains of past failures drop to the ground, and you step into your inheritance with confidence. Your legacy emerges not from grand gestures, but from daily steps of faith. Each morning's quiet devotion, each moment of intentional kindness, each decision to forgive. These are the brushstrokes that paint the portrait of your destiny. You are not waiting for the world to change. You are changing the world, one faithful act at a time. And so, beloved, continue to walk this path with open eyes and an open heart. Keep shaping reality with your faith, molding its contours with your unwavering trust. Trust that the same power that formed galaxies is at work in you, that the divine artist delights in the masterpiece unfolding through your life. When you step out in faith, you're not alone. You're accompanied by a chorus of angels, by the wisdom of ages, and by the promise that your story will inspire generations to come. In the quiet moments, remember that your faith is the living proof that heaven and earth are never truly apart. Your life is the bridge between the seen and the unseen, the point where spirit meets matter in a glorious embrace. Keep your focus on the one who fashioned the clay of the earth and breathed life into dust. Let your faith shape destiny, and watch as the universe itself bows to your touch, co-creating wonders far beyond imagination. From the moment you rise in the morning, your thoughts become blueprints for the day ahead. You don't wrestle with circumstances, you invite them to align with your vision. When challenges swirl like autumn leaves in a gust, you reach out and guide them into orderly patterns that serve your purpose. There is nothing random about your journey. Every step is a deliberate act of co-creation with the Almighty Architect. Like a conductor lifting his baton in a hushed concert hall, every note poised to spring to life, you step into the world, and the very atmosphere holds its breath in reverence. You move through the busy streets, not as a face in the crowd, but as someone whose quiet confidence shapes the tempo of existence itself. Cars instinctively ease their speed, traffic signals gracefully change, and nearby chatter drifts into attentive silence as though reality itself leans forward, eager to catch your next move. You've long since outgrown the old way of wrestling with life's tides, straining against currents that pull you off course. Instead, you glide alongside the flow, your vision clear, your heart steady, inviting every circumstance to dance to the rhythm of your intention. When challenges roar like rushing rapids, you don't fight the waves. You stand at the helm with calm certainty, guiding each swell to carry you onward rather than overwhelm you. It's more than just a mindset. It's a spiritual tuning that resonates with the Creator's design. You've tapped into a frequency where miracles aren't anomalies, but expectations. Your faith becomes the silent engine beneath the hood of every interaction, propelling you with ease through traffic jams of doubt and standstills of fear. People sense it. They catch glimpses of your unshakable peace. And in that spark, they remember there's a higher order at work, one they'd almost forgotten. Picture yourself at a red light that stubbornly refuses to turn green. Before, you might have sighed, tapped the steering wheel. Now, you simply breathe, trusting the same power that guides the stars to their courses. In moments, the light shifts, offering you safe passage. You don't need to force it. You simply align with the divine timing that orchestrates all things. Every green light becomes your reminder. Heaven's hand is guiding your steps. And it's not only the mechanics of the city obeying your lead. Conversations around you soften. Strangers in conversation pause mid-sentence, leaning in, drawn by an unspoken magnetism. It isn't about charisma or charm. It's about authenticity rooted in something far greater than ambition or ego. You reflect a light that others can't help but notice, a beacon that guides them back to hope. Even the busiest crosswalk becomes your personal sanctuary. As the crowd surges forward, You move with graceful purpose, undeterred by the press of bodies and the glare of headlights. You're not simply avoiding obstacles. You're weaving them into the tapestry of your journey, turning every potential collision into a moment of synchronicity. It's as if the city itself bows to the dignity of your calling, recognizing that you are here not to be trampled, but to triumph. Perhaps the most profound shift is within you. Outwardly, the world seems to rearrange. Inwardly, your soul thrives on a steady diet of faith and expectation. You've stepped out of fear's shadow into the radiance of purpose. Each heartbeat echoes with the promise of divine partnership. Each breath is an act of worship, inviting grace to flow freely in and through you. So walk on, beloved. Let the pavement underfoot become the board of your destiny, the wind in your favor, a hymn to your faith. And as you move, remember that you are not just navigating life, you are composing it. With every step, the world bends to the melody of your faith, proving that when a chosen heart moves with peaceful conviction, even the busiest street becomes a pathway to wonder. This is the gift you carry, the ability to tune into the frequency of miracles. You're no longer confined by what should be or limited by past patterns. Your presence alone reshapes the landscape, transforming obstacles into stepping stones, limitations into opportunities, and darkness into light. The matrix of everyday existence recognizes its true master, you. Now is the time to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. You can contribute to His plan and be a part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially far beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of His divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles, feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul, and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed and let the light of the Lord guide your path. When doubt would have once whispered in your ear, you now respond with bold declarations of faith. You speak life over your circumstances, asserting that not only will you prevail, but you will thrive in ways unseen by the uninitiated. Your words carry creative power. They imprint divine reality onto the world. As you declare abundance, relationships flourish. As you decree healing, bodies and communities mend. As you proclaim peace, conflicts dissolve. No longer do you labor under the illusion that life happens to you. You understand that you are the conductor of a grand symphony, with each note, every thought, word, and action contributing to a masterpiece of divine orchestration. You take your place in the role written for you before time began, confident that every movement of your hand is backed by limitless heavenly resources. In each sunrise, you see promise. In every handshake, connection. In every trial, invitation to rise higher. The world around you has become a looking glass, reflecting the depth of your inner transformation. As you grow in spiritual authority, even the most stubborn systems shift under the weight of your faith. What once resisted now yields. What once broke others now bows before your steadfast spirit. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. Stand tall, dear friend. You are more than a mere participant. You are a divine architect of reality itself. With each breath, breathe in the power that raised Christ from the tomb. With each heartbeat, Feel the pulse of heaven's purpose coursing through you. The world does not create you. You create your world. And as you step forward, watch in awe as the universe rearranges itself to honor the child of the Most High who dares to walk in sovereignty. Your journey is just beginning. With each moment, your understanding of reality deepens. The world continues to adjust to you. And as it does, you begin to see that your evolution is tied to something far greater than yourself. The old systems of control no longer have power over you. Your awakening has begun to reshape the world. And as you grow, so does your responsibility. The world may tremble at your presence, but you are the one who controls its course. The future is yours to command, and the power to shape reality lies in your hands. Your journey has just begun, and the path ahead is one of limitless potential.